everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Randomizers podcast. I am DJ, and of course, I am with my co-host John, aka Mr. Cake Dragon Man.
Hi.
And today, welcome to another special episode of the Randomizers podcast, where we have another special guest today, Kim. Say hello, Kim.
Hello, Kim.
Funny joke.
Well, first, tell us about yourself, Kim, and then we could move on with the rest of our conversations for this episode.
Let's see, where do we begin? I'm a voice actress. I have been voice acting for like 10 years, with my humble origins being with lots of indie, lots of fan projects, but I moved my way up through the industry through a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and now you can hear me in projects like Shield Hero, Cells at Work, Beyblade vs. Turbo, and various video games like Ghost Giant. People know me more for Skullgirls and Dustin Elysian Tale, but I'm also excited for Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, Everybody, and let's see, did I already say Ghost Giant? I love Ghost Giant. That one's my latest baby I wish more people knew about.
That are also ghosts.
Exactly!
Ooh!
You got to play as the Ghost Giant too in that game.
I'm just remembering that fucking scene in when in the Rick and Morty behind the scenes where fucking Justin Roiland walks in and he's like all faded out and he's just like, "Oh, scary as fuck, motherfucker! I'm a motherfucking ghost!" And then just fucking Dan Harmon's just like, "A ghost!" One of my favorite fucking things. I gotta send you guys that fucking video. But no, it's pretty good. But yeah, thanks again, Kim, for coming over here to the podcast.
Yes.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Of course. It's always a pleasure to have a guest.
Exactly. Now,
Very
what?
good.
I know, like, in the earlier episodes, we always just had, like, a topic to revolve around, but now we just, like, resorted to just talking about anything.
That's the thing. I want to keep... every time I have a guest, I know it's always common courtesy to make it about them, but the thing is... fuck that. We're gonna treat them just like we treat our other friends.
I was gonna
a guest is just a friend who we never have met before, except for this one time, and is on the spot.
I was gonna say that was probably your older podcast, but now it's mine and yours that we do for my channel.
No, it's
So
mostly yours. I just get the guests.
Well, I mean, that's still an important role, and also that you're co-host, which not many of our other internet friends will do or have the time for, because they always have work and stuff.
I'm basically a self-funded poor boy, so getting guests is pretty much all I can do at this point, and edit.
I still pay you to edit sometimes.
Collaborating is hard.
It is.
Don't knock
very
it.
hard.
It is really hard. It's sort of like I'm working on a project right now, and oh my gosh, there was a point when we had to schedule a meeting like 1 or 2 months ahead, just so we can sit down in a call together and talk things over.
To me, however, the way I find projects is whenever rent is due, I usually do one of two things. One, I open up commission slots and basically beg everyone on Twitter, "Hey, listen, I need to pay my bill, so can you guys just please fucking give me the work?" Or I randomly see that someone may or may not need a fucking video editor. I see if their fucking messenger on Twitter is open, and I just like a little annoying gnat fly around their DMs. I'm like, "Hey, heard you need a video editor." I mean, no, okay.
Is that like the clicking of your mandibles as a little gnat?
Yeah, that's me.
Or also just like sounded like a mosquito. Just like.
I was kind of thinking more like a crab that just walks around like, "Hey there, you need a voice actor? Maybe somebody that does video editing?"
What do I
Like
feel?
Little dancing crab.
Like the crab rave. I kind of just like also think of you being like the crab with the knife in that one video.
I'm definitely a crab with a knife, but that's when people give me bad content, and I just like, "No, I'm gonna stab you with my knife, man."
You give me racist content, you get the crab knife.
You get the crab knife. Or even
To
like,
be
oh my god,
frank,
I'm
so-
looking through my meme folder right now, and the thing is, I have 2 crab memes. One of them is a crab being so frustrated it tears off its own claw.
Meme folder?
Oh my god, I think
Yes!
I've seen that.
Yeah, and there's
What do
the
you mean
other
you've
one.
seen her meme folder?
No, I've seen the one that she was saying about the crab that gets so frustrated just rips off its claw.
And the other one is basically a crab piloting an attack helicopter.
I've seen that one
I've seen
too.
this. There's this one fucking meme of Kirby with a knife, and then then there's another, like, I just love that one so much. But there's another one where it's just the same plushie without the knife, and it's like, you better get some food, or I swear to God, I'll fucking make you ramen. And then somebody responded with, I bet you won't, bitch. And then it's just a picture of Kirby far away with a knife in the middle of the night, and then someone photoshopped a fucking thing of ramen right next to Kirby. It's amazing.
Or have you ever seen the one of like it was just a made up like DS game, but instead it's just called Kirby's fucking pissed.
Yes.
That's from fucking Game Grumps. That's not a meme.
But the art was from
That's
someone.
a gag.
I saw the art of it though.
Yeah.
And it was really well done, and it looks like Kirby's fucking pissed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was from a Game Grumps animated. I know that for a fact.
But I know like they made that a separate like thing and put it into it. But I think it's from the
burping
same
from a voice actor. That's good.
Professional.
Very professional. Have you seen the episodes where we just react to shit? It's definitely not professional. Professional people, you know. Ding.
But I mean, hey, we're past 30 episodes now of our podcast, so
The fuck did we get to 30 episodes?
Lot
Holy
of
shit.
hard work.
exactly. And as you described it, blood, sweat, and tears.
It's the tears that make it good.
Salty. Yeah.
We actually had Salty DK Dan on the last episode. Hey, here, go check out that last episode right there.
No,
I was like,
don't give me more editing work that I have to do already.
it's a quick 5-second thing where you just play the Cuphead beginning and then just put a clip of it and then just go back. That's all you have to do.
It's because the majority of the time I do edit all my most of my videos, and Kim, you don't understand. The second last time we had a guest on this, our other co-host, my friend Alex, we have a thing where no matter like what video he's in, every time he says the word penis or anything related to the matter,
Crack, yeah.
yeah, like the freaking whip crack, and then he just gave it to Kaiser. I'm just like, why must you torture me?
Only he can give you the pass, so unfortunately, Kim, we can't really give it to you unless Alex is here.
I mean,
do it.
I mean, if she wants,
it will
I'm
be
not gonna
more
talk
work
about
for you.
TVs and stuff like that.
I mean, I guess that makes more sense, if anything. But fucking, if there is a topic that we can talk about, I think we could talk about just old stuff like indie games and fucking old cartoons that
People came such a long way, and the thing is that it's an interesting if you really think about it, a lot of indie games are getting bigger and bigger, so they're no longer indie and they technically count more as middleware companies. And then sometimes they get picked up by publishers, and they're just like, the publishers are like, yeah, indies are the future. Here, play our game, please.
that's what's good about it. Literally, you can make the worst video game ever, and it's like, this is a AAA title. Look at Goat Simulator.
it's like they just release it, and it's like, oh yeah, here's the finished product. Don't worry about all the several updates that are gonna be coming in the future. It's still gonna work. AKA
Be
Todd
a happy
Howard.
time. It's supposed to be a happy time, and you've made it sad, Silver. Why the fuck would you do that?
Aw, the thing is that, I mean, okay, maybe I'm a nerd, but whenever I go to Target or somewhere that sells nerd stuff, geeky nerd stuff, and they have stuff like, say, for example, Minecraft got bought by Microsoft, but the thing is that you see stuff like Cuphead and Bendy and the Ink Machine stuff. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, you guys were indie, and here you are. You're in Target of all places, and Walmart, and a whole bunch of other
And
random
Hot
places.
Topic.
It's insane
Hot
because
Topic.
I remember one big fucking Bendy and the Ink Machine. I'm not personally a big fan of the game, but I have to admire the work that they fucking had to do in order to get where they are today. Like,
Yeah,
I remember they
same.
had a Patreon and now they're going
Yeah.
and fucking selling shit on Target. Like, what the fuck? How did this game get so big?
Shameless plug-in for anyone who is watching. We have a playlist of us playing all of the chapters of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Go check that out.
I tried playing Bendy myself, but got too scared. I beat the first chapter and I was like, okay, that was scary, but I can do this. That wasn't so bad. Then there's a part when you actually get chased by Bendy, and I'm just like, okay, I don't like this game anymore.
That made my
Symbiote
chest
looking
hurt.
ass. Looking ass.
Hmm?
Oh, because Bendy's a symbiote. Get it? Because he's fucking Venom from.
Yes.
He is
Yes.
Venom.
He's
Venom.
basically
Venom. Venom. Sorry, I had a stroke.
I think that's something to talk about, like just how much like horror movies or horror games can affect us. Because I just remembered, like a while back, I wanted to record me doing all of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but I could not do 4 because all the jump scares actually made my heart hurt.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause I'll admit, I'm a pussy. Get it? Cause she voices misfortunate Skullgirls. No. Hard when it comes to jump scares. I'm not scared of psychological horror, like a lot of people are, just due to the fact that I can say, oh, this was a neat effect that they put here, or oh, I can see that the jam inside of this dead skull is actually what it made. I watch a lot of trauma movies. Shout out to my boy Lloyd Kaufman. How are you still alive, sir? Anyway, I think like with horror stuff, I like psychological horror a lot better just because of the fact that there's more things to do. I don't like the gore. I also like the gory shit. Don't get me wrong, but I don't get scared of that anymore.
People get really creative when they do the psychological stuff.
Yeah, but jump scares, it's like so easy to fucking scare the shit out of me, even though it could literally be a duck man just walking over.
Dude, yeah, I think that one PC game that's what used to be called Spooky's House of Jump Scares, which is now Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, I think. Where in the beginning,
they rebranded again. I remember when it was still an indie game. They didn't even make it to 1,000 floors.
Scary Skeletons, the video game.
I remember like they would just put like these fake cardboard cutouts. They'll just pop up and you hear like a little ding as a jump scare. But then like the further you go in, like sometimes you will actually hear the jump scare music. So that'll actually get you sometimes.
No.
Very angry. I'm very angry with the game just due to the fact that all the endings end with you getting fucked one way or another.
I don't know too much about it because I haven't played it myself, but I do know from what few Let's Plays I've seen of it, I'm all like, oh, hey, a deer. Why is this deer evil? It's
the fucking deer from Adventure Time where he takes off his clothes and he has like little fingers.
Oh
no,
my god.
Not that scary.
Big deer!
It's like it would serve like it looked like a Bambi kind of deer. Then it wants to eat you, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that's my Disney styled nightmares that I have almost every single night, but I always win.
Yay!
Fucking berries, shit.
Woo, Disney.
Yay!
Bambi, you're Bambi. I don't know if you're a Shota or a Lolly or a Trap, but get the fuck away from my goddamn berries, or you'll end up like your mother.
He's a deer.
No.
I hate you so much. Why am I still in this podcast? Fuck. Fuck.
Because you love it.
Like talking to my new friends and old friends and you, the audience. You specifically watching this. You right here.
You.
Sitting down watching this video.
Gerald.
Because you're going to share this podcast with everyone.
Tracy.
Make it to 100 views.
I
For the love of God, please fucking subscribe to this channel. I am poor. He is poor. I don't know if Kim's poor because she's a voice actress, so I think she's doing a lot better than us. But please, God, subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Hi. I don't know why I don't know why I always do that. Whenever Cake just blows up and like tries to promote me, like in front of people, I'm just like, hi.
That was like it would really be good if you could just zoom in on my stupid face of my picture of Fred with 2 traps because he loves traps. That's the joke. Haha, funny. That's the thing. That's kind of how things are. Get it? the jokes. He loves traps.
Nah. I kind of get it. It's sort of like let's see. Like, how do I say this? It's sort of like, is it Bridget I'm seeing there from Guilty Gear?
Yes, Bridget from Guilty Gear. And
Bridget, I'm like Bridget.
I don't know who the other one is.
I don't know what the other one is though.
I haven't.
But I do know that Fred did like Trapped in Scooby Doo, didn't he? He was like, let's split up, gang. He likes splitting up a lot, and then he's just like, let's make random traps and stuff.
More specifically, Mystery Incorporated.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Kink.
In Mystery Incorporated, like they just made him obsessed with traps.
Oh no!
It was literally like that scene from fucking Ed and Eddie where Eddie found a magazine from Ed and it was chicks galore, but instead of it being hot babes, it was just chickens. One of them that was being born, which is kind of weird. And Double D's fucking comment of him being like, I didn't even know they made books like that. Love Ed and Eddie. Danny Antonucci, please get on the podcast. I love you very much.
They really need to remake that. I would love seeing that.
Oh.
I heard good things about Mystery Incorporated.
Mystery Incorporated is probably the best Scooby-Doo thing that's ever happened.
They made plot.
They made plot. They made fun of teachers not getting paid enough. If I remember correctly, and I'm all like they're like, what? You're a teacher. Why would you want to rob these people? And he just gives a really sad look at them, and they're like, oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I get it.
Teachers.
It's like, wait a minute.
Hashtag pay those teachers more, please.
Please. Help.
Please.
One of my. I didn't want to interrupt people again, but one of my teachers, who actually taught me how to fucking do script writing, music on the side, and he's a very good man, and he actually helped me a lot through high school. So yeah, give your teachers more work. Woo! I'm actually gonna do collabs with my teacher, like music stuff, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh.
That sounds awesome.
Because I want him to...
especially if university or college teachers, if you keep in touch with them, eventually they might even give you opportunities because they're like, hey, I have a student who trained under me and I trust them with this work. Hire my student, that kind of thing.
Yes, I've seen that. That is very nice to do for like that a teacher's done.
We should get him on the podcast one of these days. And to also promote his music because his music's actually really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Lopez, or censor that if that is a dox.
No.
Why must you make me edit more?
I'm sorry. I'm a monster.
Meow. Just edit these with everything with meow. So like, oh no, whip cracks to meows.
Since we do have someone of the Skullgirls variety in our podcast today, I just want to say, though I think Painwheel is the cutest character in Skullgirls, don't at me. Miss Fortune is actually, I'm good with her. She has a great personality, and that design.
She's the pick of the litter.
She legitimately is the pick of the litter.
I would actually say that she's the most iconic in a way, just because like I
think so. Ophelia, yeah.
I even told a friend like yesterday because he also plays the game, and like the moment when I said like it's like, oh, we're gonna have a special guest, and she voiced in Skullgirls, and he's just like the first character that he immediately says, and of course, what do you think he says?
I don't know.
Exactly. I was kidding.
The wrestler man? Did he say him?
Beowulf? Big Band?
Big Band? You got Big Band on the podcast?
No way.
Great. All of them would be great. It's a good story.
Cool story, bro.
Someone was excited for this episode of the podcast.
Yay!
But yeah, fucking okay. So, let's talk about let's talk more about Misfortune and how much I actually like her gameplay. Like, legitimately, it's fun. I ever asked her out, she'd definitely say no, because I mean, look at me.
Why
Oh,
do you do this
no.
to yourself?
Plus, people ship her with Minette, so there's also that.
Fight Minette! I will end her!
do you know it's like the...
Listen, I'm gonna make fucking fish sticks out of you if you don't get away from my wife!
No, Minette is a princess.
She's not playable, though.
Not yet. Maybe one day. Maybe in a
Up in
long
my
time.
knee right now.
No.
You know, side thing, for the longest time, one of my friends had trouble trying to get her head back on.
Same. I always have trouble getting the head back on, unless I play the mobile version of the game. The mobile version made it really easy because you just press this button and they just run up to you. Well, I know you press a button when you play the actual fighting game, but it's actually an interface on the side of the screen where you go, oh, either just launch ahead or make it walk back to the left or right, or make it do the zoom thing.
Yeah, like it's kind of like the same mechanics, or like it's the same mindset with like Mortal Kombat. It's like, okay, wait, what's the combo for this? So you gotta like pause and go like through everything. Like, okay, here it is. Scroll down.
I think Rebel Taxi's a fucking interview. The way that he explained the game's mechanics probably is at best when you just have to get all the buttons and go.
Did you lean back just to reach for a controller so you could do that?
My fucking I was exercising today, so that wasn't a good idea.
It's a good thing I'm right.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
really
no.
tired. You're just like, no, why did I do that?
It's like, oh, my muscles.
My fucking stomach hurts.
That's like me whenever I have a migraine and then I just can't help it whenever I just scream for no reason, and my family's just like, why'd you do that, Kimlin? And I'm like, I don't know, that really hurt.
Yeah, well, I would have just
Why
like,
would you scream if you have a migraine?
if there was
I
like
know.
if there was anyone that I knew that did that, I would just be like super concerned and just like lean into the room. You all right?
I just leave him to fucking die because I'm a monster.
Oh,
Just curl up into a little ball.
wraps blanket over. There you go. Feel better soon.
You feel better soon. Hopefully with the air conditioning on at the same time, even though it's kind of like weird when you think about it. You're all like, yeah, get the warmth from the blanket, and it's like a bajillion degrees outside, and I'm like, this is kind of terrible.
It's like,
Why
turn
did I
on
do
turn on the fan, please.
Turn on the fan.
Even that, sometimes when you're fucking like, all right, when you're laying down in bed and you're fully covered and everything, you're just like, I need my feeties to be all nice and cozy. So like you take your feet out,
You stick it out of the blanket.
you stick it
and then-
out, and then you just like, you just go to sleep just immediately.
And you're just like, yeah, this is awesome, until the monsters from under the bed just try to tickle you every once in a while, and you're just like, okay, no more.
Samoa Joe comes in and gives you the coquina clutch, and then you immediately tap out and die.
Oh, no.
This.
I like. Now that just like makes me think of like random ways how a monster under your bed can just like what the several things they could do to you. Just like, for example, tickling her. Just like, hey, so my daughter is selling candy bars for her fundraiser. Do you want one?
Sweet Jesus, no. Joke. One time I was job hunting, and then I saw a nice woman and her little girl, and then she was like, "Hey there, sweetie, buy the chocolate. Would you like to buy some chocolate?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And then I was really hungry for some chocolate, and I had like $15 that day. I was like, I mean, I should put this in my account because I did trade in a game, so or a controller to get all this $15. And like, oh, we're trying to go to. What the fuck was it? We're trying to go to Disneyland, so please just give my baby some schmeckles. I'm like, oh god damn it, I'm really hungry and I don't want to.
I
Girl
love
sad. Here, fuck it. Take my $3. I'm hungry. Nom.
you like. I love how you made that just sound like a very like wise like Southern grandma. Just like, let me tell you, sonny.
I was kind of trying to go for Motifa, but yeah.
Motif. Oh yeah.
Motifa.
I'm Motifa, baby, bro.
And Kim's like, what the fuck?
What's in Motifa? What is that? I'm gonna Google it.
He plays.
That looks weird.
That's pretty accurate.
It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I agree to this. God, they should have paid me first. Fuck.
It's like,
Speaking of payment, I guess it's time for our fake ad of the day. I mean, our totally real ad. Today, we have a pretty good deal. Do you like robots? Do you like cats? Do you like cat robots? If you answer no to any of these questions, and fuck off. This ad isn't for you. Introducing Robo Fortune.
Beep,
Do the voice. Oh, thank God, she's allowed to do the voice. Anyway, Robo Fortune is just like the original article of Fortune, except a robot. Can you have sex with it? No. Do it. Anyway, we have very good. It protects you. It makes a good nightlight, and it can give you water. Just don't wet it, and because if you wet it, then she'll fucking die, and we don't want that.
I think she'll kill you if you do that because you're just within the proximity of her. Like, hey, here's this cup of water, and she's like,
ruining
okay.
the immersion of the commercial.
Sorry.
Here's what Robo Fortune has to say to its consumers.
Eat my shiny butt. Shiny metal tail. There we go. That's the quote.
If you by any chance want to buy a Robo Cat person, go to 1-800 bitch. That's 1-800-cat.
What?
Buy it now for only a small donation of on patreon.com/DJsilverXY, and we will give you
Cheez-Its.
fucking
Cheez-Its. We'll give you a free box of Cheez-Its.
for $1. It's not even about fucking Robo Fortune anymore. It's about Cheez-Its. We'll give you Cheez-Its for a donation on Patreon.
This is actually.
It's a Robo Fortune made from the boxes of Cheez-Its. That sounds adorable.
For some reason, I was also gonna say, does she run on batteries? Yes. What kind? AA. How many? All of them.
Oh my gosh, I remember playing games and it was like, oh hey, we're out of batteries, time to get some more. I'm like, this is getting expensive. When will that day come when we can recharge our batteries?
Exactly.
Listen, I'm poor as fuck, so I can't charge my batteries. I have to.
Bro, I still have a Wii, so sometimes I would need to change out the battery to those if ever any of us still play on it.
Fair, no. Just Dance 2020 is coming on the Wii.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Really?
You didn't know about
this?
Yeah.
Still going?
At the fucking Ubisoft thing, they announced that we're gonna be having a Just Dance 2020 for the Wii. Here's not the Wii U, the Wii specifically.
Just for the Wii.
Well,
and
out of all of them, I believe they just also mentioned yeah, why not? We'll also just put on the Wii too.
Oh my gosh, this is a thing just on the Wii.
And the reason why they do it is due to the fact that there are children at a hospital or a lot of children at hospitals that just have Wiis, and because of the fact that funding can't really give them more next-gen consoles, it's best to just put on the Wiis for the little kiddos to get better.
Aww, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's the one good thing about that fucking conference, because everything else was trash.
Hey, you know, that could be a thing we could talk about. Kim, what games that are going to be coming out are you looking forward to?
Let's see. I was initially super excited for 13 Sentinels, the next Vanillaware game. But I saw the gameplay trailer recently, and it was very complicated looking. But of course,
very iffy. And I think you cut off. Kim?
Are you okay?
Oh. That was scary because I just heard her voice just fade away. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
I will text her.
There we go.
Shit.
God, that's scary.
Don't ever do that again.
It's just Donald Duck or Totodile. or even Paper Jam Dipper.
Jam Dipper.
I always wonder how that showed up in the script.
That's perfect.
Man, that did scare me. I'm like, what happened? Did Discord just fuck up?
So did you lie? Did you fucking or did it actually fuck up on your end?
I'm not sure if it broke on my end. I'm not sure. I'm confused. Did something happen on my end? Did you lose
Like,
me?
yeah, like
Did lose you for a second.
For a while, yeah, like, because as you were
You were talking
explaining,
trash about a video game, and then the video game itself
When you were-
just was like, I will fucking end you, and just destroyed your connection for a second.
mainly what
No!
mainly what he
I just
means. What do
no,
you-
I was just saying that the game looked really complicated, and I'm a doofy doof person, and I'm just gonna look forward to Iceborne.
Actually-
Iceborne.
Yes,
This looked
Iceborne looks
pretty
good.
good.
I'm bad at playing Monster Hunter, but I just like playing it.
Aren't
So-
we? Aren't we all, Kim? Aren't we all?
Why
I'm
am I
like,
doing
oh,
Hondo?
you're so cute, and then dun 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 dun, dun.
No, that's awful. That's the worst feeling.
And I'm all like, oh, okay, I guess I can't
I
frolic.
love and hate playing Monster Hunter just due to the fact that I'm always going to be bad at it.
I just love how outrageous it could be sometimes. Like, even when you just barely get into the game, it's just like, oh, look, it's just like a giant chameleon boy that just deep throats other dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna beat you up. And then just out of nowhere, just giant red T-Rex that has fire snot.
Like that scene from Steven Universe where Amethyst gets an entire fucking pizza and then deep throats it to her throat and her mouth and her body.
Oh,
Remember the scene where she just like rolls a pizza and is just like, ah. Background, it happens like twice.
Well then, I need to
I'll send you
rewatch
both
Steven
gifs of
Universe.
that after this.
I'm looking for that gift right now. Actually, I'm very curious.
Speaking of,
This eats pizza.
have you seen the trailer
Pizza
for
Steve?
the
What?
movie?
I saw the trailer for the movie, and apparently I am being spoiled all over the place because I haven't watched a lot of Steven Universe, just bits here and there. But and then it's just like they're all like, "Hey, I think this thing wants to kill me," and I'm just like, "Oh no, that's a huge spoiler if you haven't been caught up."
Definitely. Steven
Oh,
has
yeah.
a neck now.
He has a
Steve's
neck
now a
now.
tall boy.
He's a tall boy, yes.
Like for a fucking bit. I'm saying Steven, even the fucking cast and crew is like, Steven now has neck confirmed. Very good.
And plus,
campaign.
the main villain looks like the teenage
Because
robot.
oh god damn
Dude.
it! Sorry, Salty, if you're watching this.
Yeah.
When we had Salty DK Dan, go subscribe to Salty by the way. When we had Salty DK Dan on the podcast a few days ago, to this recording, he was fucking talking so much about like, I get it. She looks like Jenny. Stop saying it. You just say it.
And I just said it. But she has
Very
stretchy powers, like from arms. She has
Yeah.
long, stretchy powers.
She's
What someone said was that she's supposed to be a reference to the old Rubber House style animation.
yeah,
of the
rubber
30s.
hose. Yes.
Oh, the Fleischer animations, huh?
Yes. I love it.
She's very. I think she's gonna be a real piece of shit. So I'm gonna like it when Steven befriends her.
Or tries to.
I think Steven's gonna actually fight her, and I'm like, oh yeah, one-on-one fight. You do the spinny spin thing that Goofy does in Kingdom Hearts.
Boyle.
Yeah.
You do it better than I do. Shit, I can't even fucking do voices.
I just make it out like I'm just choking on saliva.
Isn't that all of us though? Don't we all just choke on saliva?
Yeah.
I like how they keep making fun of Donald's speech impediment all the time. We shouldn't make fun of it, but they do make fun of it all the time in the latest media of Donald.
Yes, like even
Especially in DuckTales.
Yes, I was just about to mention. Like, I love how they've even shown sometimes where like he just gets a normal voice, like at random.
Yeah,
Who's
it's
voiced
sort
by
of,
fucking Don Cheadle.
it's and the thing is that my brother brought up the house that he's a very capable person, but the only thing that's keeping everyone from respecting him is his speech impediment. That's kind of sad.
Like I heard from one of the writers that the reason why Donald talks like that is because of how angry he is.
Well, I mean,
He's like the Hulk. He's always angry.
and then you just hear
No,
this-
but I actually like understand Donald fine. But in DuckTales, I can tell he's doing a bit, purposely talking more slurred in DuckTales, and in Kingdom Hearts,
You know, it is interesting.
talks like
It is interesting knowing that, like, in DuckTales, they kind of confirmed that when he was younger, he sounded like how Huey, Dewey, and Louie sounded like.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah, I like
episode.
that a lot.
That was nice.
Voiced by the actual actress who did voice the initial Dewey, Huey, and Louie from the previous DuckTales too.
Said it wrong!
Yes,
Do it
she
again!
is a saint.
Dewey, Huey, and Louie. Huey,
Oh!
Huey.
Dewey, Chewy?
Chewie.
Both of you both say you're Disney fans, but you don't know the one time where Donald was a Nazi, but actually not a Nazi, but it was a dream.
That was a nightmare, yeah.
I used to read Word Up magazine. Small reference, everybody.
Friggin'
Saved in order,
here.
just like Sora, Donald, Goofy. Only in that order. Any other order was breaking.
Only in that order.
Only in that
Another
order.
order implode on itself if you say Sora, Goofy, Donald, or whatever.
I'm actually like getting flashbacks of when we recorded both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Every time they said Sora, Donald, and Goofy in that order, I would just like squirt some of that flavor enhancer shit in waters to just straight out from the bottle into my mouth.
Does that taste good, by the way?
It's
great.
It's like extreme. It's God, like just think of like whatever flavor that is, and just enhancing the sour and the sweet, like by a lot.
So you're flavoring your saliva that way.
Exactly.
Now that's what I call going to Flavor Town, if you know what I mean.
Hi, I'm Guy. Hi, I'm Guy. Hi, I'm Guy.
Okay. Can I say a story about those flavor things? Actually.
Okay.
All right. So my brothers are doing the no carb diet.
That sounds
while.
dangerous.
It's not
And hard.
dangerous. It's
Okay, maybe
It's
not
hard,
dangerous.
it's
It's just
definitely-
hard.
you're fucking stupid for doing that, and they're like, shut up, and they just do it anyway because they don't exercise or anything, because well they can't, because we gotta take care of my mom, and they don't have time for that, but I do. Anyway, what happened was at one point they just got seltzer water and seltzer water and seltzer water, and listen, now, I fucking hate seltzer water. Seltzer water tastes like ass. If you drink seltzer water, good for you, but it's poopy. Anyway, they got seltzer water, and then I was just like, man, I don't really like how seltzer water tastes, da 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 da. And they were like, stop complaining. Here's some of those flavor enhancer thingies. Do that. Put it in the seltzer water, and it'll taste like soda. And I put it in there, and I try it once, and I'm just like, it just feels so empty.
Oh.
I had to drink that for 3 goddamn weeks. 3
Eh.
motherfucking weeks of drinking the seltzer water with the fucking the brother. Oh shit.
I honestly think I'd be okay with that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I honestly think I'd be okay with that. I'm used to that flavor enhancer stuff.
I haven't even tried it. Is it really that all right?
I
Well,
mean,
it's sort of like I know from what he said, it tastes like, what is this? I feel so numb to these flavors, but it's.
I feel numb to the flavors because the moment that you like drink an actual soda, or the moment that I drank an actual soda after that, because they decided fuck it, we'll just get diet soda or whatever, I was just like, oh, friend, it's been so long.
It actually tastes
so
like
happy.
something instead of like this shadow of itself.
yeah.
I mean, at that point I was just fucking drink water, and I wouldn't mind. Barely drink water anyway.
You know, I think it honestly just depends on the brand, because I know some would taste like not great at all. Some of them would actually taste pretty good.
Oh.
Like I know, like because I still get them, I still buy them, and there's like I think I still have them on the table over there. I see like 3 different brands, and I know that like 2 out of that 3, whoever has been to my house and tried that, like 2 out of those 3 they don't like them, but one of them is like, okay, this is good.
Oh. Let's see. I've always been curious whenever I saw them at Target.
Yeah, it's very acquired depending on like the brand. I love how also we've like managed to go from like old media and stuff like that to like horror games and like now to just like freaking water enhancers.
What are an answer? Because I do know my brother is like, I don't think my family's trying hard enough to get healthy, and I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong there. And then he's just like, oh, Joel, you should do something about it. Maybe you should just enhance the flavor with these flavors, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm kind of like, it just sounds like it's like Russian roulette with flavors or lack thereof.
Right?
Kind
Sometimes
of want you to do that right, like live right now, just to
just-
know my pain.
wait, you're
Just
gonna
get a whole bunch of flavor enhancing syrups. I'm not sure if they're syrups. What are they anyway?
There's syrups, I think.
They're just
yeah,
syrups.
I would say that it would be like that. Some of them could be
Uh,
powders.
Yeah,
One
like
of them,
Kool-Aid.
just put it in a soda. I mean, put it in like seltzer water and just chug it. Just pull it
Well, well, what I have over here to drink is a lovely Palm Wonderful. Not sponsored though.
Sponsored.
We don't get sponsors.
We're selling the fucking Robo Fortune Cheez-Its robot. We're
Jesus.
selling that one.
Jesus robot.
Hey man, got down on the robots, man.
Eat those Cheez-Its. Eat your Cheez-Its.
Hey man,
Meow.
Sure.
I see that commercial
What
got
about that
down.
water? Only oil here.
You put water on me, I will decease.
I will decease and take you with me. Beep boop meow.
I can definitely see fucking Robo Fortune having an explode, like a self-destruction button.
Yeah,
Water.
with water.
Or just like the whole like slapstick thing with like with robots, they just have like a big off button on their back.
Oh,
Just
I know
to
that if you
switch.
yank on Robo Fortune's tail, she says a little quote when she taunts.
Why am I just hearing that now? Just like, but switching it to the quotes of a Woody doll. Just, you're my favorite deputy.
Except hers would probably be more along the lines of like, I fight for my friends if I had any.
Oh,
I'd be Robo Fortune's friend. It's the only closest thing that I'll ever have to loving me. I know I have a dog, but I'll get rid of her for you, Fortune. Miss Fortune.
and I have a boyfriend, but he doesn't live around here anymore.
Oh no,
anymore.
long distance!
Yeah,
You can get that D if you want.
he wants to visit again.
Aww. I think the furthest my long distance relationship was like a few states over. How far is yours?
Oh man, I would say like I'd actually need to look at a map because I live in Texas and he lives in Maine.
Oh, okay, that's a lot further than my my furthest long distance relationship.
Yeah, that's
Mine was England when I was fucking 15, 16 years old.
oh.
Out of
And then we just
out of
ended
the
it
country
'cause-
even.
Damn. Yeah. And like she said it's either me or because like the reason why because like she wanted to talk a lot and I couldn't really do that because I had school and I also had like YouTube stuff that I was doing at the time. And she said you don't upload anyway. And it's like you're it's not because of that, but because of the fact that she like just didn't believe that I could do the things I did because I wasn't like doing video editing or anything, but I really wanted to push myself. But it's like, man, you know, if you're not even gonna be supportive, then why bother?
Aw,
Oh.
It was sad.
hugs. Just like Baymax doing there.
Yeah. Okay, so fucking if we're gonna talk a little bit more about Skullgirl, I'm curious, will there ever I mean you're just I'll but Skullgirls
You were just cutting
up
off
their-
like crazy. You were
He's a robot, just like Robo Fortune.
Robo Cake.
Robo Cake.
Robo Cake is not happy. He is only filled with depression and pocky.
Thank you, Discord, for doing this.
Did you hear anything? What
No,
I just
like
said?
it like as you were saying that on my end, it was actually like making you sound glitchy.
Yeah, my end too.
Free on that one.
Robocake's on low battery.
Oh no!
Quick, buy a whole pack of AA from Walmart. Not
Get
sponsored.
nothing but double A's. Not sponsored.
Some AA batteries, please. There's an episode where I'm still fucking glitching.
Yeah, you're still clipping, and let me finish that for you. Let me finish that for you. Yeah, there was a whole episode of the podcast where it was just me and Cake, and throughout that entire time, he had relatives over, and they were using the internet, so his connection from Discord wasn't the best. So throughout the entire time, it was just me, like making conversation with him while also like cracking up like crazy, just like hearing all the random cutoffs and all the random like glitchy effects on his voice. It was hilarious.
That's funny. Beep boop cake.
Oh yeah, I still have a map of the U.S. to see how like. Why am I doing this? Just like counting how many states. Technically, wait. Like about 10 states away.
10 states. Mine was sort of like I've always lived in California, and the furthest my ex-boyfriend lived was like in Arizona, so that's like 1 state over.
Oh.
One or two, I think. I gotta check a map too now.
I could do it for you.
We took geography in middle school or high school.
Boy howdy, I sure do have the memory of tomato soup, so I can't remember stuff like that from middle school.
I mean, fucking, I met my fucking girlfriend because we were role playing.
Yeah, that's actually that my first ex was actually from role playing too. Yeah.
Same.
It was from.
Same.
It was.
Sorry. Go on.
No. I was just about to say that it was from a super powered high school role play. So, what about you two?
Yeah, for me it was the same during high school. Like it was through just like a normal role play on Facebook, and
Mine was Tumblr, and I was an anime character. I think it was I don't remember which anime character I was.
I honestly feel like Brendan, if you're listening to this, don't cringe at how I'm mentioning how we met.
Fucking cut this entire part, if anything.
No. Okay, wait. I'm looking now. You said Arizona, right, Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 1 state over.
Yay! Okay, you definitely have the distance thing. No. Cake still has another country.
Yes.
I have another country. I was not gonna get any at all. This is like a misery.
Oh no. There. Pat. Beep boop.
Hey,
Robot cat.
referring back to another episode when you mentioned it, you could have gotten some, but you're just like, like, what was it? John just freaking like puts hand on butt. Thank you. I've had my fill. Goodbye.
Fucking, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, yeah, the weird orgy kind of thing that was happening at a con. And I just kind of pat a butt and I just fucking left. I had a consensual butt pat, but it's because I was thinking A, I don't want to look like a creep. B, fucking the Me Too movement. C, I want consensual butt pats at the very least. I got a consensual butt pat from a nice girl, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Into the corner as everybody was getting fucked.
Have a nice day.
It was scary. I don't do social interactions very well. Huddled into the fetal position.
And
As
yet-
everybody else is getting laid.
I
from
think
me.
everybody's like that.
Oh yeah.
And if everybody's like that, who's really awkward and strange?
Right?
Oh, no.
You just hear the friggin' Illuminati theme. The X-Files theme. Okay, so I think another question that we would mainly ask a lot of our guests, like depending on like what their profession is, and I'm pretty sure you would be asked this a lot, like how how fun and like how difficult can it be, like in the voice acting business, Kim?
Let's see. Depends on how much at which stage of your career you are. But right now, I am learning that yay, this is super fun. I also get paid for it, and these rates are awesome. But then it's sort of like in hindsight, you may be like, oh, cool, I'm getting paid $150 to come to the studio once this week, just once. That's the most I made that week.
Oh.
So it's stuff like that. You're all like, oh, hey, 75 an hour is awesome, but you only get booked for 2 hours because it's a 2-hour minimum, and so it's kind of like, yeah, you kind of need a day job.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with video editing because of the fact that with my clients, how it usually goes is that, all right, so I can say my rates because I'm a whore. My rates for video editing is $5 to $7 a minute. Relatively cheap for video editors, and also just due to the fact that personally I think I'm the best in my field with specific video editing, comic dubs, let's plays, skits, bullshit like that, you name it, and I can do it. It usually depends. Sometimes someone will pay me really good and I can get that done in like a fucking heartbeat. Other times someone can pay me really good and I fucking distract myself. I have to do this thing for another person and I have to get all this shit done, or I don't have the necessary like things I need. Like I need this picture, I need that picture, I need this footage for this so I can put it in here. I need to make sure I have this music for that. I need to make sure that the audio sounds good. I have to fucking get good at editing. I have to make sure this sounds all right. I have to make sure that this is here and that's there. I need to make sure the lip flaps are doing all right. Most doing stuff too. I have to do all this shit. Only ask for $5 or $7 an hour, I mean, per minute, and it would if like say I get a video that's 10 minutes long and it's the hardest editing I had to do for me, or $50 or $75 on. Sometimes I have very generous clients and they're like, fuck it, I'll pay you fucking $200 because a lot of them know of struggles that I have. So yeah, having a day job or a part-time job is definitely good. I'm getting close to doing freelance full time, but I still need at least something stable.
And yeah, and as for me, like I just normally just do a bunch of just random YouTube stuff and stream once in a while, and like that's fun. I don't know if I'll ever like get anything out of that. I do like wouldn't mind like doing more voice acting stuff for that indie game that I did, and like some other stuff that I did. That was pretty fun. I wouldn't mind like trying to do that a little bit more, but for my day job, I mainly just fix Windows.
Let's see. Like, I mean, I'm not to say that we're unappreciative of what we get paid, of course. It's just really hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
very hard.
We just wish we could do more of it.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Like, especially with a good client that you get, whether it be voice acting or video editing, it always depends. Sometimes they can really be beneficial with you. Because one person who I'm working with, I'm not gonna say because this is a very secret project about like how it's been going down. They were very nice to me, reaching me for this specific project, and they always be like, oh, I'll pay you a little bit more if the work too hard, if I have to do a lot of things, because they have a lot of stuff planned for this video that I have to work for them, and they haven't even given me anything just yet. With all the stuff that we've been doing, much happy working with this person, and it always depends on who you work with, if they know your workload and everything, on what you do, if you like doing it, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Actually got serious. Holy shit! I was...
Well, that's the beauty of this podcast. You don't know what's gonna be the topic next of what we're gonna talk about.
So I think we have questions. Then we can fucking shoot the shit and stop recording, because it's always good to have guests. But I think this is another really great episode.
I mean, yeah, unless if there's anything else that needs to be asked or anything like that. I don't know.
I mean, besides fucking stuff, closed doors that we can talk about later. if Kim has time. I don't know if her schedule's super busy today, because I know she.
I finished my work for today, so I
Yeah,
had time left over to work with you guys.
Epic, because I do have some stuff, but we can talk about that after this. Fucking, I just signed Kim to AEW, bitch. That's what that's what this is. AEW confirmed. Fucking misfortune. AEW confirmed.
AW?
AEW is a
AW?
wrestling thing, and
Oh, yes.
Oh, why was I thinking of the
Over
root
there.
beer?
Yeah, I was thinking of the root beer too. I was just like,
Like, wait.
AEW is like there's these memes where like Cody, because Cody Rhodes is like getting a bunch of people, and he's like just random people like anime fucking this one picture of Yugi Moto shaking hands with Cody Rhodes saying Yugi confirmed for AEW or some shit. Looking at, but anyway,
I wouldn't know because I don't see wrestling. Sorry, I cut you off there.
You're good. Fucking, let's actually ask. I'm gonna ask like 1 or 2 interview questions, because I know this guest, and I just said we don't do that shit here, but
Even though like
Anyway.
you're cutting off a lot right now.
that's me. I hate my connection. Anyway, I just want to say, out of all of the voice acting opportunities that you've been given, what do you think is one of your favorite like stories that you can talk about voice acting wise?
favorite experiences and stories. Aside from me just like advertising the crap out of Ghost Giant, because that one's it's the most recent project where I'm the lead in it. So that
Oh.
one is very. I would spend almost several Monday nights every week just recording at Kira's booth. Kira Buckland, she's the voice of Marie in Skullgirls, and she's also 2B in Nier Automata. So it's kind of like, oh hey, celebrity friend, let me borrow booth, and she's like, yeah, you too, friend, and I'm like, yeah, we friend, and then I just record her booth, and then we just take several hours to record it, and then we just send the files off until they ask for more lines. And that one is was very involved because I got some help with the engineering, because I couldn't record it from my home setup because they didn't like how it sounded. They preferred a much more professional setup, like Kira's setup.
Oh.
And yeah, but as for other fun experiences, I can say this one because it's Vault is my Beyblade Burst Turbo character, and the thing is that right before I was allowed to announce it, I was really excited about this new role. I went to the Beyblade booth at San Diego Comic-Con. I couldn't say anything, so I tried to shoot my video of just saying, "Hey, guess where I am?" that kind of thing.
Oh.
So I could, no, I didn't release it right away. I just saved it so when I could announce it, I can say, hey, I had to keep this in for this long, that kind of thing. But while I was there was this kid who was playing Beyblade by himself, and I wanted to be all like, you know what? I'm not gonna have any Beyblades until my character gets his Beyblades out in the wild, so to speak. So let's play some Beyblades. And I did some research before I got cast as the role, so I knew what some of the Beyblades' names were. So I sat down with the kid and I was like, hey, that one looks like Excalius. And he's like, ugh, it's Xeno Excalius. And he was just so done with it. I was like, oh.
Oh my god.
I was like,
Xeno Excalius, you stupid fuck.
It was basically like,
And you don't.
How dare you?
I'm like, do you have a favorite Beyblade? And he's like, oh, I guess this one's okay. And he was just so tired. I was like, oh, this poor Beyblade fan.
Is the Beyblade connoisseur. You need to understand. It's probably
I
my
need to
friend
understand.
William. Just takes off his mask and you just see my good hipster friend William.
And I have another similar situation, because sort of like when you work on projects with kids, it's you never know how they're gonna react, because they're very they are very frank and honest about their opinions and what they believe and whatnot. So back when My Little Pony was huge with all the bronies and all that stuff, I was cast in Fighting is Magic as Rarity, and I was able to get invited to a con one time because of Fighting is Magic, maybe even twice because of Fighting is Magic. But one time I was doing Fighting is Magic, that fighting game with all the ponies, but now it became it got its own IP with Lauren Faust, so they aren't using MLP characters anymore.
A lot Hasbro.
Thanks a lot, Hasbro. But that aside, what happened was that on a panel, I was just like, I was introducing myself as I'm the voice of Rarity in Fighting His Magic, and in the front row there was this little boy with the Sweetie Belle plushie saying, "No one likes you, no one cares." And I'm like, oh,
Damn.
he did not care. And then I was like, oh,
Wow.
that really hurt. And he was just screaming it. And then so like whenever I said anything throughout that one panel, this kid would just grill me hard until I was just like, why do you hate me? You never even met me before. but then it came a question and answer part, and then he said, "Why are you so mean to Sweetie Belle?" And I'm like, oh, Sweetie Belle is Rarity's younger sister, so he was a big Sweetie Belle fan, and he was really caught up in it. That's all. So it's sort of like, there's a silver lining to that experience after being like, like no one likes you, and I'm like, oh no. But it turns out it's because Sweetie Belle is very much they have their butt heads kind of relationship as they explored in the show, like how Apple Bloom and Applejack, they have the best sister kind of chemistry, while Sweetie Belle and Rarity always fight.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So I was like, oh, that's why he's a huge Sweetie Belle fan. So I had to come up with an excuse on the spot that was more in character in response to that, and I was like, "Oh, it was a feel good thing after everything that happened."
Oh,
I probably cried during the panel, just a little kid. If anyone makes fun of me, especially if it's a small child, and he just says, "You can't pay your bills on time. You know you." Your family and you can't pay your bills on time. I was like, why do you know so much about my life?
Why do you know so much about me? I would burst into you.
Oh, you're good at it.
It hurt.
Why?
magician.
Like as a child just knows your deepest, darkest secrets. It's like, misfortune is trash. I'm like,
what do you know about me?
That's an epic gamer moment.
I think like if that would ever happen to me, I would just like deep down I would be like that, but I'd just be like, no, you.
No, you.
But like, I'm saying that, but you know that I'm actually dead inside, sir.
Oh no. Oh, it's sort of like when I realize it's sort of like we kind of go through this this crazy roller coaster of life where we're all like, yay, toys, and then there are times where we're all like, oh, life is pointless. These toys are pointless. Life is meaningless to me. And then when you're an adult and you're back to collecting toys because you have money, and you're just like, yay, toys again. Hey, you're a kid. You like toys. We're back at the same stage, right? And the kids all like, life is meaningless. Have you seen the world around us? And we're like, oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Like, yeah, it was like, yeah, I've been there.
I've been there, child.
It's only going to get worse from here.
And then we all just realize from the heat of the moment of all that's been going on, we just look at said child and like, where are your parents?
Like that fucking skit from Loiter Squad where there's the singing and then like there's a baby walking around and then fucking I think Lyle was like, whose fucking baby is this? During the skit.
Where's this baby's parents?
Fucking actually, while getting Kingdom Hearts 3, I saw that there are these two, and I've never like collected anything before. I saw Donald and Goofy figurines over there. I have Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was just like, you know what?
You know what?
I'm gonna buy Donald and Goofy because like I had that enjoyment of just collecting the fucking figurines. Like, oh, my friends do it all the time. Fucking everybody does it, so I might do it too. And it just felt so good being an adult and being able to buy toys.
Yeah.
And though Donald's leg is broken now.
Oh no.
And they can't hold their weapons.
I remember you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. Donald's leg's fucking broken, and they can't hold the weapons, which sucks. It doesn't matter because it's all about the. I can still pose with Goofy. Because Donald can't even fucking stand up. He couldn't stand up before, but now he can't because his fucking leg's gone.
I don't think I've ever mentioned
The way
it.
he's.
Hmm?
Oh no, I was just gonna make a really dumb jokes like this. We're like, oh yeah, we said earlier that Donald
Hopefully
speaks
we'll
that way
be able
because
to
he's
buy
angry. He's only speaks that way because he's angry, but because of that story, we can say he's broken inside and out. That's why he speaks the way he does.
That's my story. Kim, again? Holy shit.
Sorry.
I
Oh,
freaking.
can't hear her now.
I that actually reminds me. I actually have Kingdom Hearts themed Donald pop figure in my shelf, and that can't stand upright either.
What? Really?
Yeah, I think like he's too not just top heavy, but in the front too. Like he's a little too heavy, so he just like leans over and falls.
Okay, this sounds like a design flaw.
Oh no, Kim, we can't hear you on your end.
I can.
Hold on a second.
I'm- Kim, I can though.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
Alright, I
can
got
hear me.
you.
I-
Okay,
I
yeah.
got
yeah, yeah. Now that I think that was just on your end.
It's fucking weird.
I think there was like one thing I was gonna say back in the Donald conversation about like people don't take him seriously. Just like looking back at Kingdom Hearts 3, just like seeing that Zeta flare go off, and I was like, yeah, Donald just gained some respect right there.
I still need to play it. I
Good-
still need to play 3.
Good thing.
Just spoiled it for our voice actor friend, you fuck.
No,
I was
no,
just-
it's okay. Everyone spoiled it too. They were just saying, no, he does something really cool, and I'm like, okay. That's all
Okay,
I know.
never mind.
I don't know the context. I just know he does something cool.
Yeah,
You
good
didn't
thing
spoil it. It's fine.
Good thing I just said that and not like anything else that happens after, because
Thing is, with Donald, I've always thought he was my favorite fucking party member. I never thought he was useless even once while playing
not-
Kingdom Hearts.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like-
It's I don't know if it's sort of like the AI has randomly selects which person that enjoy playing with, but it's sort of like when I play Kingdom Hearts, everybody just worked together. Donald always healed me, and then everyone else is like, Donald never heals me, and I'm like, oh.
Never
Does your
once
game
had to
hate
feel
you?
that.
Does your
I
game
think that's
hate
it. Because like you can set it up to where Donald can heal you. And,
Yeah,
we
like,
only
if-
use this for
if-
me.
if it's
Don't
more
use it on
frequent.
Goofy. I'll get Goofy. You fucking just worry about me. I die, we all die.
I think
Because that's not fair.
I think that was a thing when I was younger. Like when I first played the older Kingdom Hearts games, when they came out, whenever I was in a world where like you'd get a character as a third party member and you have to switch them out. For some reason, like even though I love Goofy, I loved the Goofy movies, both of them. Like for some reason, I would always just like have the third party member and Donald. I'm like,
Donald heals and Goofy can only like defend and hit hard sometimes.
and twirl around and say boil.
Boyle!
No!
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if anything, to think that people will say that Goofy, or that they can't take seriously when it comes to certain cutscenes and certain scenes in Kingdom Hearts. I'm just like, I take him the most seriously out of anyone else in the Kingdom Hearts series because of the fact that I've seen the Goofy movies, and he's
Yeah.
so fucking Bill Farmer's so good at his performance as Goofy, and it's like I can actually take him seriously.
Yeah.
About fucking Max and all that shit. It's like, how can you not take him seriously? Yeah, his name's fucking Goofy, but like it's not just that.
He has a
Seriously.
freaking son.
Had a son. He's not canon anymore, according to Disney.
Wow.
Did you guys not hear about that?
No.
No.
That Max isn't canon.
No.
No!
Apparently,
But
he's
they
not
had-
canon anymore.
They had Goof Troop and Goofy movie. What?
Huh. That didn't make enough money. He's not canon. Shut up.
What the fuck?
I could be wrong, but I think no one cares except for, and they'll just say, yeah, he's canon. In my heart, Max is canon. God damn it.
This is blasphemy, my good sir. I'm going to go on to Google and look it up right now. Hold on.
Actually go check the Goofy. That
Let me-
Max is no longer canon.
Let me actually type this. Wait. Is Max Goof canon? There we go. In Disney. Wait.
Oh no.
Let's see. Let's look at his Wikipedia.
Oh. While we wait, look at this PNG of a dancing eggplant.
No, I'm. John, I swear to Christ.
I
Is this gonna,
actually
like-
do. One of my
Is
clients.
it gonna like dance super awesome, or is it kind of like animation? It's my passion kind of dancing.
Oh no, it's just twerking. Let me find the twerking eggplant real quick.
Oh my god.
Wait. Okay, well, I guess the
clients.
Wikipedia isn't. Let's see.
It's showing up a lot in my Google results. It was the 4th top search thing, and I was like, no.
Just press F.
People are
And
just
just
saying.
search.
It's just speculation, though, from what
Yeah,
I'm seeing.
It's speculation, but someone said, yeah, he's not canon to like the Disney lore.
People are just saying that like it just depends.
Yeah, we haven't seen Max in like any other like medium.
Movie, extremely goofy movie, Disney's House of Mouse, Disney's Once Upon a Christmas, and Mickey's Twice Upon a. They had 2 Christmas movies.
I'm looking at that list right now
It was
too.
weird that they never made a 3rd one.
They said Thrice Upon a Christmas.
I remember I actually saw the second one more than I saw the first one.
Huh. And he's meetable in the parks.
Yeah. You're looking at the
Must be
Wikipedia
canon.
too?
I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
Do you know what I'm also thinking of too? What about PJ?
Yo, PJ.
Definitely not fucking canon. Poor thing. I love PJ.
PJ was awesome.
PJ is Carl Weezer.
Yes.
Hey, Rod Paulson.
My Rob Balls.
I don't know, Max.
So good.
Mr. Neutron, I'm not Jimmy.
Oh,
I
hey,
don't
Jim.
feel so good.
Ah.
I love his voice acting.
Finish that croissant.
Yes, are you gonna finish that croissant?
It's the Carl Weezer podcast, everybody.
It's the Carl Weezer podcast.
I can't do it without laughing.
It's just like our boy Salty and his stream where all they just did was Irwin impressions.
Oh no, it's gonna be 40 minutes of fucking. Nah, we gotta end this. Bullshit.
I mean, is there anything else to ask? Or to
but
talk about?
I do, but the rest of the things that I want to ask seems a bit more closed doors kind of situations. But other than that, there is one more question I want to ask. Is Encore a sequel or is it just more shit? I'm so confused.
Encore
Dude, voice actor who doesn't have anything to do with the programming. Tell me.
Yeah, the first Skullgirls was basically under Konami's banner, but Konami wanted to just wipe it off the digital platforms. So they decided to give it a new name, like Second Encore and all that stuff, just so they can keep the IP under Lab Zero. Now, the only thing right now that's Skullgirls, and they actually continue it, and they actually have new content coming in, is the mobile game. Now, they only are exploring the origin stories right now, but we actually do know how Samson met Philia and all that stuff now. It's canon.
Oh.
Very good. Wasn't Philia like a total? I don't want to say the word.
Philia was blonde, and she was actually kind of mean too.
Yeah.
Total.
She was kind of mean. She was friends with Carol, and they're all like, "Oh, look, it's a dog!" And then Sam's is all like, "Yo, dog, I talk on your behalf," and they're like, "Whoa, the dog talks."
I want to see Miss Fortune's fucking origin story already. Give me my cat wife, please.
Yeah, I know they need to have the Misfortune origin story. We know it by the character descriptions, but I actually want to see it. Like they have the Parasol origin story, which is pretty straightforward, where you have Umbrella and Parasol just saying, "Oh, look, can you?" Umbrella's just like, "Can you tell me a story about Mom?" And then she's like, "Oh, our mom was wonderful. Bye." And then she's like, "That story sucks." And then it's sort of like Panzerfaust, which is awesome because we actually get to see more of the side characters that was part of the waifu wars. But they actually come around, and then they have assets for them, and they actually have speaking parts. And then it's sort of like, Princess Parasol, how long are you gonna keep this truth away from your sister? And then Parasol's like, she mustn't know. She's too young. And then it's just like, and then it's
I gotta tell your sister about Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Queen Nancy is actually not a nice person, and the kingdom was not very nice, and terrible things happened.
Oh,
Oh, so all right, so Parasol is basically just trying to do better.
Parasol is
Got
trying
it.
to do better as the new queen. Yeah.
unpopular
Uh,
opinion. My favorite is
uh,
Squiggly.
Squiggly's pretty
uh,
good.
I'm trying to remember if Squiggly has an origin story yet. I do know that Big Band is one of the first few origin stories that you get,
Okay, that's
and
badass.
and basically you even get the CGs or the cutscene pictures of where it turns out that he was one of the good cops on the squad, and he was killed by the not so good cops on the squad because he
Yes,
was trying to expose the corruption.
I read
And
about
the thing
that.
is,
Killed by not
yeah,
so
and
grum.
not by not so grumpy. Yeah, yeah. No, except these were grumpy cops. These were bad cops. One of them was a literal pig because of New Meridian has beast people.
Oh,
Oops.
Tone.
Yeah, Tone. Ooh, yeah. And then, but the thing is that he got help from the Anti-Skullgirls lab, and that's how he becomes a big band.
Yeah, they
And then
basically make him a cool cyborg.
yeah, they make him a super cool cyborg. And I think Peacock's story is something similar because Peacock was and both Marie and Peacock were kidnapped against their will and whatnot. Peacock kind of lost her marbles, and it turns out Big Band was kind of like the dad to Peacock. And I don't know, I'm spoiling a lot of story stuff, but basically, if you have the time and you want another mobile game to be addicted to, the Orton stories share some really cute stuff.
I have like contemplated on downloading it for like the longest time, and you basically like made me like make my decision better, but like I don't like my. A thing that I always like mention is that my phone sucks with memory, so what I do is I just have a an emulator on my PC,
Mm-hmm.
so I just like download a lot of my mobile games there, and yeah, mobile games are just like
Oh, don't. Oh, if you don't have room on your phone, it's okay. You're not missing too much because they don't update with the Origin stuff that often. But when it does, like a major update, it's kind of like it's like Christmas.
I'd still
It's
get
like
it just to try it out, you know?
yeah, because it's the actual schoolgirls game I actually know how to play,
Yeah,
and
I,
it plays like an RPG or an action RPG.
yeah. Basically, what I was gonna say is that like just weird connection is like mobile games are like my crack. I'm
Yeah,
addicted.
I'm addicted to Fire Emblem still, and Animal Crossing, and Pokemon Go. It's sort of like any, and the ones I play only on occasion would be Skullgirls, but I play that casually. I only play it for the story mode. I do know that if I played it competitively, I think I would lose a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
I would lose a lot of money just to get all the additions of my characters because both Robo and Miss Fortune are in there. Not their origin stories, but they're there.
I just want to say that I don't play any of the mobile games because my phone can't handle it. And
You've
poor.
been saved. You've been spared from the crack that is mobile games.
You haven't been seen by the many people in trench coats that secretly hide their faces, and it's just a Google Play symbol as their face, wanting to let you download their games.
Organization 13 is really just desperate for fucking people, aren't they? Next thing, trying to get people out of the darkness.
Google Play and Apple App Store, basically just Organization 13.
Yeah. With their high chairs.
Oh.
That about wraps everything up.
I was
really.
about to say, but like I think yeah, I believe that does. If there's nothing else to ask, it was really fun. It was fun having you, Kim.
Yay! Thanks for having me again.
Of course, we'd love to have you again for another episode if you are interested.
Yes, and before we sign off, is there anything you'd like to plug in for anyone who is listening to go check out?
Let's see. I have to double check. I know one of them is that keep watching Beyblade Burst Turbo because that one is still airing on Teletoon, Disney XD, and YouTube right now. Though
Real
the plot,
quick,
yeah.
fucking, don't they have a mix of Canadian voice actors and like American voice actors?
Only the first 2 seasons were Canadian. Right now, it's all American. I had to replace someone. That's what happens in the world of voiceover.
Aw.
Yeah. I'm the budget person. But I'm still really proud of what I did on that series, and the plot's picking up right now from what I know about where it is in YouTube and in Disney XD. Though people in Canada who have Teletoon, they know what's going on right now. It's getting kind of crazy because it's not a children's game until somebody gets possessed. I mean, consumed. I mean, I'm not wrong. We've seen Yu-Gi-Oh. We've seen the earlier Beyblades, and then people get possessed by their toys.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening.
I don't know why. Any media or anything else that you'd like to plug in so people can check you out and anything?
You can follow me on my Twitter. My Twitter is just at Kimlin Tran. And sometimes I do stream on Twitch, where I play random games, though I will say my current addiction is Breath of the Wild, but I do try to stream other things too.
Oh, okay. And then I may check that out too, because I mainly with streams I like to check out Twitch more.
Yeah.
Twitch is fun. Twitch is has been a supplemental income, but it's also take all the money and do nothing because you just want to keep growing your community and making all these emotes for people, buying new content so they can actually enjoy them with you, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay then. I think that fully wraps it up now. Again, thank you for being on the podcast, and it was really fun. And yeah, I believe that just wraps up everything else. Don't forget to check out everything that Kim has mentioned. I will put links down in the description. And yeah, until the next episode of the Randomizers podcast, we'll catch you all later, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.